Welcome to our exploration of Bashkirverse, a poetic tradition rooted in the Turkic language family and shaped by centuries of cultural exchange. Today, we'll journey through its unique features, comparing them with other Turkic poetic systems. Bashkir poetry, spoken by over 1 million people in the Volga region and southern Urals, stands out for its distinctive meters and rhythms. As we begin, keep in mind that Bashkir verse is more than just a literary form. It's a reflection of history, identity, and evolving artistic expression. Let's set the stage for a deep dive into its structure, origins, and the fascinating ways it both aligns with and diverges from its Turkic relatives. Bashkir verse didn't develop in isolation. Its history is intertwined with the Tartar language and shaped by the Arabic-Persian cultural sphere since the Middle Ages. Before the 1920s, Bashkirs and Tartars shared a literary culture, using the Volga Turkey language. The influence of Persian aras, a system based on long and short syllables, was significant, even though Turkic languages like Bashkir lacked such phonological distinction. This demonstrates the adaptability of poetic forms across languages. However, after the Russian Revolution, Bashkir literature shifted away from aras, embracing syllabic verse and forging a path that would soon reveal unique characteristics. In the 1920s, Bashkir poetry underwent a major transformation. The aras system, once dominant, was abandoned in favor of syllabic verse, a style based on counting syllables rather than distinguishing between long and short ones. This change paralleled similar trends in other Turkic literatures under Soviet influence. Syllabic verse became the backbone of both folk and authorial Bashkir poetry, as confirmed by researchers like Tadeusz Kowalski. This transition set the stage for the development of unique Bashkir forms and meters, which we'll explore in the next scene. Hallmark of Bashkir versification is its use of imparisyllabic forms, structures where lines of different syllable counts alternate. The two most prominent are Uzun-Kyuy, which alternates 10 and 9 syllable lines, and Kyska-Kyuy, alternating 8 and 7 syllable lines. While Kyska-Kyuy has parallels in other Turkic traditions, Uzun-Kyuy is almost unique to Bashkir poetry, with only faint echoes in Tartar verse. These forms cover about half of all Bashkir poetry, highlighting the tradition's creative approach to meter and structure. This distinctiveness sets Bashkir verse apart in the wider Turkic poetic landscape. Let's broaden our view and compare Bashkir verse with other Turkic poetic systems. While imparisyllabic forms, especially the alternation of 7 and 8 syllable lines, are found in Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Uyghur, Khakas, and Tuvan traditions, the regular alternation of 10 and 9 syllable lines, Uzun-Kyuy, is virtually exclusive to Bashkir poetry. Most Turkic traditions favor isosyllabic structures, where lines have equal syllable counts. This makes Bashkir's approach both innovative and rare, reflecting a blend of inherited forms and local creativity. Such comparisons reveal the diversity and adaptability within the Turkic poetic world. Bashkir poetry is dominated by lines of 9, 10, 8, and 7 syllables, with 9-syllable lines being the most frequent. This is a direct result of the popularity of the Uzun-Kyuy form. In contrast, other Turkic traditions often favor 7, 8, or 11-syllable meters. For example, Kazakh and Turkmen verse frequently use 11-syllable lines, while Chuvash poetry emphasizes 7-syllable lines. The prevalence of 9 and 10-syllable lines in Bashkir poetry is thus a distinguishing feature, setting it apart from its Turkic neighbors and highlighting the tradition's unique rhythmic sensibility. One of the most intriguing aspects of Bashkir verse is its rhythm, particularly the phenomenon known as parity counting. Statistical studies show that Bashkir poets prefer even-syllable words, especially in even-syllable lines. Odd-syllable words are typically added at the end of odd-syllable lines. This pattern is not random. It reflects a cognitive preference for even numbers, a tendency also observed in psychological studies. While some Turkic traditions show a preference for certain word lengths, the systematic use of parity counting appears to be a unique feature of Bashkir poetry, adding another layer to its distinctiveness. Another unique rhythmic feature in Bashkir poetry is Balatov's rule. Discovered by linguist Sergei Balatov, this rule states that in most 9-syllable lines, there is a mandatory word boundary after the 6th syllable. This creates a predictable rhythmic structure, such as 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 or 4 plus 2 plus 3, which is found in over 95% of 9-syllable lines. While similar attention to line endings exists in Kazakh poetry, the specific application and consistency of Balatov's rule is a hallmark of Bashkir verse. This structural precision contributes to the musicality and memorability of Bashkir poetry. In summary, Bashkir verse stands out in the Turkic poetic world for its unique meters, especially the Uzun-Kyuy form, and its distinctive rhythmic features like parity counting and Balatov's rule. While it shares some traits with related traditions, its creative use of imparisyllabic forms and preference for 9 and 10-syllable lines set it apart. These features are not just technicalities, they reflect the Bashkir people's history, cultural identity, and artistic innovation. As research continues, Bashkir poetry offers a rich field for discovering how language, cognition, and tradition intertwine to create something truly unique.